Hello folks, and welcome back to the channel. This is the 14th video in my Build a Follower series. Alright, last time we made our weapons, we made our faction for our merchant, and we made the chest. Now we have to actually make our character. So go ahead and click on actors. Go to actor, and a list of all the actors will show up. We're just going to go ahead and click new and wait for the record to open. And naming convention, and just Thana. And for her name, we're going to put Thana Storm. Yeah, Thana Storm Song. And short name is for if anyone ever wants to use her in quests or whatever. You put that in there. Click Essential and Unique. And the script's there. And we're going to go ahead and we're going to click OK to verify it. And we're going to click Save. Okay, once it's saved, we are going to go ahead and open the record back up. Now, you could make your own race, which I don't think I'm going to cover that. We're just going to make her the Nord race. Click on female. Make the weight 100. The height is, you can make her any size you want. I'm going to go with 94. So 94, and I'm going to go like that. And what that'll do is that'll make her shorter. It'll make her short because she is short. So the skin, we're gonna choose the Thana skin naked, and female for the voice type. We're gonna use female young eager because that's the voice type we need for our that's the voice type that we need for our merchant. So female young eager. Disposition base is how well she likes you. Since she really likes you, we will put the disposition base at 95. Don't have to worry about death item. Don't have to worry about alignment. Don't have to worry about weapons list. And we will click on full. And see, this is where you'll see this here. All of a sudden, we got the wrong textures. Okay, so we're going to go here, and we're going to go to here, and we're going to open this up. And we are going to type in skin. And we want skin female body right here. We want this one, and we are going to call this 000M9 underscore skin body female. Now, we're going to open this up, and we are going to go into Thana's folder here. We're going to go to body, and we are going to put our body texture in there for our normal map. We want the MSN here. This is the SK. We want this here, which is that one. And the specular is the S. So that is this one right here. So like that. And we can just leave that. We don't have to put texture after it. Well, we better anyway. Just in case. Texture after it. And we'll push OK. And yes, and because I used the reason I got the burn skin look from Astrid is because I used the armor add-on for Astrid. So we're going to go to the armor add-on. We're going to type in our that there, and we are going to see it where it says skin body female. We are going to change that to our skin texture, and we are going to save that so we don't have to actually like mess around with it. Now for her feet, we are gonna pick the skin texture for that, and if you want you can make one for the hands, texture for the hands, which I'm actually gonna do. So I want hands. I guess I could spell it right without the space. There's skin, hands. Doesn't really matter. Alright, so now when we go back to actor and we open this up, and we click on full, it will be her body with her skin texture on it. So that's good. Alright, and we are going to want to click OK on that, and we're going to save to make sure. Save a lot. Save often. Save often. Okay, once you have all of the traits done, for followers, you're going to want to click on the doesn't affect stealth meter too. I forgot that. And so that looks good. We're going to go ahead and confirm that. And we'll save our plugin again. Save often. You know you should save often. Yeah, anyway, so we're going to go ahead and wait for that to get done. We'll open this follower record back up. And we're going to go to the stats tab here. Level 1 here, we're going to click on, we're going to set the base health. Her base health will be 500. Okay. Health offset. Okay, we'll go 450. We'll go 450. You set the set that there. Magicka offset is if she's going to use Magicka, we'll be doing 250 here, and stamina at 250. Speed 100. We want her a little faster than that, so we will do 110. She's going to be a little bit faster than normal. And we are going to set her class. This is important. Where is boss? There we go. Oh, this is her combat style, her class. Combat warrior, one-handed. We'll go We'll go with combat warrior one-handed like that. And let's auto-calculate stats. And we'll turn that off because offset, right. Can't change it there. Now we could change this. If we made our own race, we could change this. So we are going to auto-calculate stats, and then we're going to hit PC multiplier. This way 0 to 100. And that will be good. Level multiplier. And she will always be 1.5. She'll be 1.5 levels above the player. That's what the level multiplier is. If you put it 2, she'll always be 2 levels higher than the player up to a level 100. So that's all good. That's all good. Base stamina 300. Yep. Okay. We'll push OK on that to confirm it, and we'll save. So now her stats are done. And once it saves, we'll open it back up. And we're going to do the factions. We're going to do this. So first thing we're going to want to do is we're going to want to go to New. And we're going to put Thana Merchant Faction in here. And we're going to do New again. And we want Job. And we're going to look down through here till we find Job, Bard, Drunk Faction. Yeah. Job Miscellaneous Faction is, I believe, is what I'm looking for. Farmer, Hostile, and that. Job Miscellaneous Faction. That is, the Miscellaneous Faction is for the vendors. So that's there, and we're going to want to do New, and we are going to go to Player, and we want to look for Player. What's up, Player? We want Player Faction and New, and we're going to put Follower Faction, and we'll do that again, and we'll put Follower in here, and we want Current Follower Faction. Now this one we're going to want to reset. We're going to want to set this one to -1. So she isn't currently following you when you find her. And we'll type in follower. Make sure to spell it correctly. And we want the potential follower faction. Okay. So now she's set up to be a follower, and she's set up to be a merchant. So relationships, that don't really matter, but we're going to do a new one, and this will be relationship 00M9 Thana relationship, and parent NPC is Thana, and this one here, child NPC, will be player. Relationship level, we're going to go with ally. Association type, don't really need to do any of. You could do courting, I guess, if you want to make her marriageable. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and click that. Let's go back to the followers, because we need one more here. Potential. Because we want to add the potential marriage faction, because we want to make our follower, since it's female or even male, to where you can marry them. Associated crime faction, not required. Keywords, not required. AI data. We want to go with aggressive, and we're going to use foolhardy because we want her to rush in and just kick that ass. The mood will be happy. Her energy, I'm going to stick this up to 65. This is how much she moves around. Morality, if you choose no crime, she'll report you for anything. Property crime, violence against enemies. If you commit violence against your enemies, she's going to report you. I usually put it at any crime. Assistance, you want to set for friends and allies. And go ahead and confirm that and save. And once it's saved, we will open it back up. And the next one will be our AI packages. Okay, we'll move on here. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to add an AI package, and we are going to default sleep. Anytime, no lock, no warrant, 24/7, midnight to 8. Midnight to 8 sounds good. So at midnight she'll go to, we're going to go down here, default sleep editor. Right. We're going to go ahead and we're going to choose that. And we're going to add, and we're going to put default eat. And we want her to have breakfast at 8 o'clock for an hour. And add. And we'll go to default sandbox. We want 1024. Default sandbox current location 1024. And if you want to move them, you use these right here, because we want to have the eat first, then she sandboxes, then she sleeps. So that's all good right there. So we'll go ahead and push OK, and we'll save that right there. Okay guys, next we are going to do inventory. So we'll go to our inventory, and what we're going to do is we're going to choose our outfit that we made, just like that. Let's go ahead and take a look at it. And she's wearing exactly what we want her to be wearing. Don't worry about the way she looks. We'll get to that, to her face and everything. So she's wearing the silver necklace. She's wearing the circlet. Everything looks copacetic. She's got the boots on. Don't see any, as I'm moving her around, I don't see any clipping. So we're good there. Default sleep outfit. I'm actually gonna leave this open and just leave this at none. You could put the default sleep outfit on her like this. Just type in default and put default sleep outfit. Especially if you're uploading your follower to Xbox, they have to have, you can't have them naked. So, but we're not gonna worry about that at this point. I'll probably go back and change some things for the Xbox upload. I'll put like clothes on her. I'll give her like default underwear or whatever for her skin textures or whatever it is. Geared up weapons, we don't want any geared up weapons, so we're gonna go ahead and do that. Now, what you're gonna want to do is go for the inventory. You are gonna want to, oh, there's a train going past, yay. That's what that rumbling noise is. I live next to train tracks. So we're going to click on armor, and we are going to grab her armor, and we are going to put that in her inventory, and her boots, and we are going to put that in her inventory, and her circlet, we're going to put that in her inventory. Her gloves will go in her inventory, and her shield will go in her inventory. So this is her armor outfit. Let's go to weapons. We're going to grab her bow, put that in her inventory, and her sword, put that in her inventory. So now she's got her bow and her sword, and we're going to push OK to confirm it. We're going to save. And we're going to wait here until it's all saved. Okay. We're going to go to actor. We're going to open it back up. Now, she needs some arrows for her bow. So, geared up weapons. She'll wear this outfit when she's not following you. Geared up weapon should be 0. It shouldn't be showing the sword, but it is. There's not really much I can do about that. So we need some arrows for her. So we will go to weapon. We'll open that up. That's okay. And we need arrow. A-R-R-O-W. Arrow. So it's not in there. Just click on all. If you can't find something, just click on all and then you can find it here. We're going to give her Daedric arrows. We're going to drop Daedric arrows in there. She only needs 1. Technically, because they never run out of ammo. But just to be safe, I'm going to go ahead and give her 100. Don't take all her arrows from her, because then she won't be able to use her bow. But yeah. So she's got arrows. If you want to give her special stuff like some bread and mead and all that good crap, you would add that in now, and she'll start with that. I particularly don't think I need to, so yeah. Anyway, let's move on. We are going to hit OK, and we are going to save again. And while this is saving, that's all saved. Now it's not responding. If it's not responding, just leave it alone. It'll fix itself. We're going to go back to here, and we're going to clear that out. And we're going to click on our actor button here, and we're going to open this back up. And now we'll move on to the next tab. Okay, the train's gone, so yeah. Anyway, the next tab is the spell list. Now, for perks, if you add, then you can add a perk like that. Spells, if you put here, you have to put new and then add spells. So we're not really going to worry about spells, except I do want one new and candlelight. That's so if she's in like a dark area, she'll pop a candlelight up so she can see. So we're gonna add a perk, and we are gonna go illusion. We'll give her illusion adept 50. That way she has the, or maybe that's under alteration. I don't remember what that's actually under, so we're going to add alteration just in case. Now, remember back when we was making the armor, I said we want to make sure of what we wanted so we could get the right perks. And I said a light armor. So we're going to go with Agile Defender, and we're going to make that 80. And we're going to add another one here. I'm going to use Lightfoot because that way she won't trip traps behind. She won't trip traps behind you and get you killed. A good example is like when you take a follower into Bleak Falls Barrow and you're going down through the barrow, and there's those floor traps that you step on and the big gate comes and smacks you. Yeah. Well, you might know that gate's there, but she don't. So Lightfoot will make it so she just walks across it and doesn't trip it. Alright, next one we want. We've got that, and Armsman is for weapons, I believe. Yeah, we want to give her Armsman 80. And we'll go for another one. Barbarians for two-handed. We'll give her Bladesman 90. That's for that. And archery is, we're going to give her Bullseye. We're going to add more here. And block runner's actually a very good one to have. That way she can run while she's blocking with her shield. And basically you this is where your perks is what makes your follower as good as they are. So we're going to go with deflect arrows and add. And we're going to go to the D's here because so you just got to kind of look down through here. No, you could actually make your own perks, but that's not something I'm going to cover in this tutorial. You could do like deadly aim, because she's going to be mostly an archer. So that's pretty good right there. Armsman, Bladesman, Bullseye, Block Runner, Deflect Arrows, Deadly Aim. Now, if you want to give her a shout, you give her the shouting perk, which you have to play with that a little bit. I don't really want to give her a shout because they tend to use it a lot. And if you happen to be standing in front of them, guess who gets shouted down? You. No, we don't want that. So we're good with that. The spells, candlelight, we got plenty of that, plenty of magicka, everything. And let's see what the next one is. We're gonna move on to the character gen parts. Okay, we'll move on to the character gen parts here. This is kind of the important one. We don't have to worry. All right, facial complexion. We'll just start from the beginning. Facial complexion, default. We're gonna put skin female Nord, head female Nord. That's fine. Now, this is where the hair, we're gonna set that in the mesh when we do the merge. The skin female, this is important because we're going to go with custom. Now, if you remember correctly, we took some screenshots, so we're going to go ahead and go into my screenshot folder, and we're going to go down and we're going to find the screenshots that we took of her. I believe it's this one. Yes, this is the hair color. No, we want the skin color. Skin tone. Okay. So we want the alpha is 255. We want 116, 89, 89. So we will go back to this. We want 116, 89, and 89. And that is her skin color. All right. We're going to go ahead and preview. And it will look a little funky there. Don't worry about that. So we're going to push OK and we're going to save. To confirm that, and we'll wait for that to do its thing. It's done. We'll open this up. There's our skin color. Now our face is the female head Nord. Now I believe that is going to be fine there. The eyes, we're going to pick Thana eyes from the list. The hair, we're going to pick Thana hair from the list. Facial hair, obviously we're not going to give her facial hair. We're going to give her the Thana brow. So that's all good. And the additional head part, this is important. This is very important. So what you want to do is you want to click on character, click on head part, and you want to grab the Thana hairline and drag that across and drop that in right there. That's going to be important for the face generation. So everything looks like it's good there. We don't have to worry about the rest of this stuff. This is if you're generating a vanilla follower, but we're doing that. So that is good. Now what we're going to do is we're going to click on actor and we're going to confirm that. Let's look at her head first. That's the correct hair. And you can see that her skin tone's correct. So if we like that, So everything looks correct there. So we're going to push OK and we're going to save it. Now, this is important. You have to know this. We're going to generate our face gen for our follower. Now, when we generate the face gen, if you add anything to her inventory or change her follower record in any way, you have to redo the face gen. You have to re-export the face gen. And once you've done the merge, you have to keep the original in a separate folder, so that if you redo the face gen, you can replace it with the merged version, so it doesn't mess your follower up. It'll keep you from getting blackface and stuff like that. So what we're going to do is we're going to click on this, and we're going to hold Control and push F4. And that will export the face gen for all selected NPCs, which is 1, and it's done. And I'll show you where to find that in your Skyrim folder. In the meshes, you go to Data, you go to Meshes, you go to Actors, Character, and there should be a folder that says Face Gen. You open that up, Face Geom, and you'll see Aurora, or no, Thana. And that will have a mesh in it. You're going to need that mesh. So, but there's also a texture. So you open that up, open up Actors, Character, Face Gen Data, Face Tint, and there will be one here with your ESP for your character. You're not going to need the TGA file. That's not used. Only this file here. You'll need that too. So you'll need those files. So keep in mind where those are at. All right, so we have our follower records done.